Friday. Happy Friday. What's up, everybody coming in? Happy Friday. Let me turn my volume up. Hey guys. So check this out, y'all. Hey, everybody coming in. I am driving. Apparently. I have some errands to run. But while I'm running these errands, I wanted to reach out to you all to have a real serious conversation with my tax pros. Like, sometimes I'm talking to the newbies, sometimes I'm talking to the aspiring. But today I really want to talk to y'all who probably aren't even on this live right now. Okay, you probably aren't even on this live because you are knee deep in tax returns right now. So you're probably catching a replay. Okay, let's just keep that a buck. You are so much, the tax deadline is Monday. So you're busy. You are going to be spending today, tomorrow, Sunday, and even Monday until 11:59. Okay, trying to file tax returns, which is okay. But I wanted to come up here because every time around tax time, it's almost like this nostalgia that I experience, which is I remember the days when I used to just be humping on tax day, like just no sleep, pretty much last 2 weeks of the tax season. I'm super busy, knee deep in tax returns, like just spent trying to get everybody out the way, trying to get everybody filed on time, trying to get all my coin. Okay, like let's talk about it. And it was a life. Okay, let's just say that it was a life. And one thing that I learned though is, or not even what I learned back then when I was doing all of that, when I was just preparing all the tax returns, no sleeping, trying to make the deadline for my clients, dealing with all of my clients calling me, where's my refund, when are you going to be done, can I still use a bank product, all the things, right? I was just like, I was thinking to myself back then, like, listen, I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I wanted to own my own business, but this is a far space from where I thought I would be. Okay, when I first started my business, you look on social media, you look on TV, you see all of these entrepreneurs on their yachts having a great time. They have all this leisure time. They have all this free time to do whatever they're going to do. And my life just wasn't like that. I was working harder for myself than I was for anyone I've ever worked for, right? And so I'm like, this isn't what I want. This isn't what I like. This isn't what I envisioned. It got to be a better way. It's got to be another way out here that I can be an entrepreneur and be on my yacht and be on all these vacations. And like, I thought that was what entrepreneurship brought. This is me when I first started, right? And so I decided that, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. After 10 years of actually preparing taxes in my business, I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to be this stressed out, this busy, this stressed out, dealing with all these people. Like, it just really became overwhelming for me. It became a lot of just everything. And so I decided years ago that, you know what, I don't want to leave the taxation industry, but I don't want to prepare taxes anymore either. What does that look like? And I decided to just look into, how successful people operate in and outside of the taxation industry, what they were doing, but how I can stay in this industry and still, make an impact. And I decided, like, you know what? I'm going to build a team. I'm not going to be a one-person show anymore. I'm not going to be the person that when people have questions about their tax return, I don't want them calling me. I don't want my phone to ring. My phone is on Do Not Disturb right now. Like, I love my phone to be on Do Not Disturb. I still don't like people to call me for real, right? And I just was like, you know what? I just want to change things up. I want to keep my business, but I'll take a percentage of my business if I don't have to deal with the clients versus taking 100% of something that I have to deal with personally. And that's the stance that I took. So I started to put pieces in place. I started to hire, I started to build a team, and I started that journey. Now, it ended to me talking to y'all, being a business coach and all of that. I did not expect any of that to happen. My sole goal was just to get me out of the position of being so entrenched in the everyday operation of my business that I was just like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. That was my whole entire goal. So fast forward, I built a team. I was no longer really preparing taxes like that, like I was. And even to this day, I can count probably on two hands how many tax returns I personally do per tax season. That I personally do. And half the people's taxes I do are people who don't even pay me, like my mom, my dad. You get what I'm saying? Like people like that. I did do a 501c3 tax return this season. I did a partnership in 1120S. I'll do certain tax returns just to make sure I still have my chops. You get what I'm saying? Just to make sure I'm still, I still know all the latest and greatest with it. Like, I still am very interested in tax law, and I want to make sure I'm on top of my game, because even though when I coach my students and my mentees and all of that, it's way beyond tax preparation, I still want to ensure that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the tax preparation side, just in case they have certain questions for me, right? So I will still do those type of returns, but I don't have to. That's the thing. I don't have to. I'm no longer, on the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, like really pushing to try to meet these deadlines for my tax, for my tax clients, because I'm trying to prepare all of their taxes. That's no longer my story. Why am I telling you all this? Okay? Why am I telling y'all this? I'm telling you this because if you felt like I felt at a certain point in time, which I was just like, entrepreneurship has to be given better than this. This isn't giving, okay? This is not giving. Entrepreneurship needs to be giving a little bit better than this. And I don't want to do this anymore. A lot of you all actually want to quit your tax business, or you want to sell it, you want to give it up, you want to get out, which is, also holler at me if you want to do that, because I help people do that as well. But that's your only solution to how you're feeling. You're feeling like you want to quit. You're feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling like you don't want to do tax prep anymore. Well, you don't have to, but you can still own a profitable and sustainable tax business. And that's number one, elevating into an actual business owner versus a self-employed individual. Self-employed means that you're working for yourself. You actually have to prepare the taxes in order to get paid, right? You actually have to prepare taxes in order to get paid. However, if you're a business owner, your company will continue to generate income even in your absence. The internet will have you thinking that business ownership and self-employment are the same thing, because so many people use them interchangeably, but these words have meaning, and there is a difference. And so where a lot of you are, where I was very much self-employed. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is something wrong with that when you're self-employed, but your goal excuse me, but your goal is to be a business owner, and you've been self-employed for way too long. Okay, that's where the problem lies. And I want you to understand that it doesn't have to be like this forever. And I want you to understand that you can look at someone like me and say, there's an example of how it doesn't have to be like that forever. It doesn't. I figured it out. I built the team. I have other people preparing taxes for my company, and I get a percentage, and I am way happy for it. So what I do and what I've been doing for at least, what is this, 2024? I remember I've been doing this at least 5 years. At least 5 years. At least 5 years. On April 15th, or whenever the tax deadline is, sometimes it's the 18th, sometimes it's the 17th. It just depends on what day, it falls on. This year it's the 15th. But every day on the tax deadline, I make plans to be out of the office. Every single year, I make plans to be out of the office. Why? Because that represents to me my elevation. That represents to me how I have been able to elevate and change my circumstances. And it's like, I remember I used to be in the office just like humping, trying to get these tax returns in and out, in and out, in and out, Now I'm out. I'm not even in the office on tax day. Like, if you don't get your tax, like me personally, I'm not in the office on tax day. And actually, and this is what I teach my clients, we don't guarantee a timely file if you don't have all of your tax documents in by a certain time. So if people didn't get their tax documents in by like this past Monday, then we don't guarantee that their taxes will even be filed on the tax deadline. You've had 4.5 months, and you want to give me your tax documents 48 hours, 24 hours, 12 hours before it's due. Oh, can I not come this way? What's happening here? Oh, sorry, I'm sitting here driving. And you expect me to have a timely filed tax return? No way. I'm not putting me under that or my people. So we have a deadline, and everyone is very aware. We send out emails early. Hey, if you don't have all of your tax documents in by this day, we cannot guarantee time. Something on that day, and it's usually something like, I go get, y'all see I don't have no nails on, I go, to the nail shop, get a manicure, pedicure. I go to the park, to some body of water, to out to eat, just something. I'm outside, okay, on that day. And that is just a pat on the back for me. That's something that I do personally every year. This year, now that I'm a whole new mother and all that, my son has a doctor's appointment on Monday. And not even a doctor's appointment, but we're just going to get some of his vaccine shots. And when I had the opportunity to schedule it, they gave me certain dates. We have the 15th, we have the 17th, we have the 13th, we have these days or whatnot. And I was like, oh, you have the 15th? Give me the 15th. You get what I'm saying? Specifically requested the 15th because that was tax day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to spend that day with my son. So we're going to go to the doctor. And then I'll probably take him to the park or something like that. Whatever. But I will not be in the office. So, okay, how does this, pertain to you? I would say the first things first. The first thing you need to do if you want to change your circumstances, if you want to start removing yourself from the everyday operation part of your tax business, if you want to start duplicating yourself and replacing yourself just to free up your time and your mind and all of that, then the first thing I would say is you must just decide that that's what you're going to do. Decide that, you know what, I don't want to prepare taxes in the capacity that I am preparing them. But also, so decide that you want something different. But also understand that it does not make you less of a tax business owner just because you're not knee deep in tax returns. That was something that I was telling myself too when I was a worker bee in my own business. I was telling myself that, you know what? You're not a real business owner if you're not like always doing tax returns. How can you be in this industry and you're not preparing taxes? You know, if you're not knee deep in tax returns, you're not a true business owner. Like, those are the things that I was telling myself, you know, when in all actuality, I wasn't a true business owner because I was self-employed. Jokes was on me. And joke might be on you. But I want you to understand that it doesn't make you any less of a boss because you're not doing the service. It actually makes you more of a boss when you don't do the service. Sam Walton was never bagging groceries at Walmart. Okay? Ain't nobody bagging groceries, sweeping up nothing, stocking no shelves. That's not what he did in his company. Okay? So just because you have a tax business does not mean that you yourself have to prepare the taxes. Whoa, I know that's like such a shocker to people, but it's the truth. It's 100% the truth. Let me not die real quick. Hold on. It's 100% the truth. And so, step one, decide that you're going to start transitioning, making the transition, right? But then also, like I said, keep in mind that it doesn't make you any less of anything, of a boss or whatever, because you won't be preparing taxes. It makes you even more so because now you're looking into other things. Now you're starting to think like the CEO of your business, okay? Instead of approaching your business with a worker bee mentality, you're now approaching your business from a CEO's aspect. You're looking into building teams. You're looking into what can be automated. You're looking into all the things that really contribute to your success and you not having to be involved in the everyday operationals of your tax business, and you being able to eventually do what I do, which is on tax day, you outside. Okay? You're outside. So I wanted to come and tell y'all that because I think it's important for y'all to understand that I understand where you are, and if you're overwhelmed, if you're tired of being on a hamster wheel, there is better. There is better. I am a witness to there is better, and you can have better. This can be your life. You can do something about it. Okay? And this isn't the end of the road for you. You have options. You just need to decide and take action. Okay, guys? Click the description box below. This is YouTube. Connect with me if you like. You can schedule a free consultation with me. Let's figure out how we can make all of your tax business dreams come true. Okay? See y'all what I got going on, and I'll holla at y'all later.